Welcome into the Chasing Trails podcast, brought to you by St. John Trail Running and powered by Resilience Through Fitness. Join two middle-aged dads as they sit down and talk trail running, life, and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Geoff LeBlanc and Brandon Thompson. Hey, everyone. Welcome in to another episode of the Chasing Trails podcast. We've got Geoff and Brandon here with you. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. We're glad that you're on board. We've got a great episode planned for you today. We're going to spend some time talking about one of our favorite topics, food. And then we'll spend a few minutes talking about one of the races that we ran this weekend where I actually feel like running the shorter distance was the best choice. So we'll get into that in just a few minutes. But let's just check in, Geoff. How are you making out, man?
I'm good. It's been a great short week. Like the short weeks are the best ones. Like the fact that the week's almost over, and I feel like I just got started back to work. Like it's always good to have a short week.
Yeah, I mean it's also great to be able to, as long as you don't have like a shorter week, like you had still work you had to get done on Monday, but now you have to cram it into a couple of days. Like it can be a little stressful that way, but it just feels like we're already almost there, right? And it is wonderful.
Yeah, I don't experience that phenomenon. So
yeah, that's right.
everyone knew the bank was closed on Monday, so no one was looking for me.
Yeah, it's also like vacation time sometimes, like when you have to like get a whole bunch of work done right ahead of time so you can get the actual vacation. But for Thanksgiving, it's definitely worth it. I love it so much. Oh. So today's episode, really, we just want to talk about two things. We want to talk about Thanksgiving dinner because, I mean, I had 3 of them. So I've got some really good reviews.
3?
I had 3 turkey dinners, no lie. And then we want to talk about Poley Peaks Pursuits, which was an amazing event. So we'll break that down a little bit. But first things first, Geoff, how are you feeling with the running and stuff like that? Are you getting any movement done? Where are you at with training? We're going to talk about a bet that you've made as well. That's going to be we got to talk about that in just a second. But have you been getting ready for Bootstrap Boogie?
I have not. Training has fallen completely to the wayside. The only run that I've done since, I did a couple little short like warm up runs on my treadmill before I lifted weights. Like the week after Looney Loops, I did a couple workouts, or maybe it was I took a few days off, but then like later in the week, I did some weightlifting, upper body, and I did a couple short runs to warm up, or like not really runs, like just walk runs, just to get warm before I lifted weights. And since then, Poley Peaks Pursuit, man, that was the only running.
That's it, eh?
I've been very slack. I've been eating like this is an old story, but like I'm a complete trash panda right now. I'm just watching playoff baseball and the start of the NHL season, and I eat all night long, and then I stay up too late, and then I drink coffee in the morning instead of doing anything, and then I go to work and I restart that cycle all over again. And so it's been bad. It'll probably be over for the Jays here before long by the looks of things. So I hate to say that, but I mean, they really got to turn it around.
Yeah.
These next 2 games if they're going to keep playing. But my brand new postseason 2025 hat might only get a short life for this year.
It's interesting though, like I was feeling that too, like the whole sports, like we're in like if you're a sports fan, this is the center of the hurricane right now. Like we are in the best days. You've got a lot of most of the major 4, basketball's not quite getting started yet, but the like hockey, baseball, football are all getting going. And it's just like you could spend every night staying up late to watch sports. Like it is just brutal. Yeah. And so that I know sleep is such a huge deal for me when it comes to trying to get motivation to do anything, right? Like I eat worse, I don't exercise, I feel worse when I don't sleep right. So
it's no wonder like through university, like you generally like they talk about the freshman 15 and guys tend to put on some weight, girls too, obviously, but like because you go from like having your parents tell you to go to bed to
Right.
having no bedtime. And like there was plenty of nights I would go 3 or 4 nights in a row, get like 3 hours of sleep and
Oh, crazy.
eat pizza or whatever. And but I just still fall into those same habits. Like, last night I stayed up and watched the Leafs game, so I slept in this morning, didn't feel like working out. I had no it was a beautiful morning this morning in Fredericton. Would have been perfect weather to go for a run. Nice and cool, not too frosty, but just beautiful. Did I go for a run? Absolutely not. I was too tired. And then tonight you got the Jays game. Tomorrow night you got Pittsburgh Steelers playing Thursday night football, so they'll actually be televised. They're having a good season. They're 4-1, and they weren't supposed to be having a good season. So I kind of want to watch them, but at the same time, it's like, well, then my Friday's shot, and then Friday's probably going to be late just because it's Friday, and then Saturday there's no training happening. Anyway, there's just it's just like a domino effect that you're right. It causes problems. So
Right. It's
anyway,
a
I
rough
got to
one.
find a way to break out of that rut here.
We got to pull Cody Cooper, go to bed at 9:00,
right?
And just like hit that, like make sure my kids are still awake at 9:00 though. That's rough because you're just like, why is Daddy asleep? Like we're ready to like.
It's true. It's true. I did that twice. Monday and Tuesday night after Thanksgiving, man. Monday night I was in bed at 8:30. Tuesday I was in bed at 9:15.
Turkey coma, just like a food coma.
Ridiculous.
But okay, so in the midst of this, though, to our listeners, we've been having we have an ongoing group chat with Adam Tremblay, and so
you're gonna start the show with this, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna get right into this because so you just heard kind of Geoff's kind of climate right now, his running climate. And with that,
you're watching, you can see my climate because this sweater keeps getting tighter.
So with all that being said, Geoff decided that this was a good time to bet Adam Tremblay that you would finish ahead of him at the Bootstrap Boogie doing the 17K.
Yeah.
So,
and I was supposed to be registering for the 9.
Right. Because you and I had a conversation at Poley that, hey, listen, we're just going to do the short distances for a little bit because it's more enjoyable. And but then something happened in the midst, like you do, your mouth wrote a check that your butt is now going to have to cash.
Oh, my butt is not cashing that check, is the bad part. My wallet is going to cash the check that buys him dinner afterwards, which is what we have riding on that bet. Now, I will say, I feel like it started because Adam didn't come to Poley Peaks Pursuit. He decided to go do some paddling, and I feel like he had a little bit of FOMO. I think he had a good paddling day, but I feel like he had a little bit of FOMO when we both got there. So he had asked us, like, how was Poley Peaks Pursuit, and who's doing bootstrap, and are we doing bootstrap? And then he said, like, I can't do bootstrap because 5 days previous I will be running 100 miles at Javelina, and Ann said I couldn't. Well, when you say something like that in a group chat with me, it just means that now it's time for me to like really get in there and turn the screws. Well, the screws didn't turn. He just shot right back and was like, all right, well, we're running the 17 and you better finish before me. And I was like, Frig, what am I doing? He's going to beat me after running 100-miler 5 days previously. Right. I have no chance, really. But I feel like if I don't throw up, I didn't try hard enough. So I'm going to put it all out there.
Listen, if I know anything about throwing up at Bootstrap Boogie, I'll give you a few pointers. Yeah. Because that's my MO. I haven't gone through one yet where I haven't thrown up. So
yeah,
this one I think will be a little bit different for me. So I'm going to be sitting at the finish line, enjoying myself.
You better hope you are
in a hot dog, and just we'll see how it goes. But so, anyways, that's going to be interesting to watch. Is it for Big Macs? Is that what we were originally?
Yeah, he joked around for a minute about going to Italian by night because I've never been there. I'm guessing it's an expensive menu. Like I've never been there. I don't know. But he said, no, we'll just do Big Macs. And I was like, well, I'm game. Like, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's going to beat me. So it means it's going to be buying lunch. So, yeah. Well, because we had a joke a while back about who could eat the most Big Macs and run a 10K race. I figured that was the only way that I could beat him. as if we like loaded him down with Big Macs before we ran a race. And anyway, and so he said he only eats Big Macs after he does like 100-milers. So he gets a
Do you
craving
think you
for
could
them.
eat
I think
more
that's
than
where the
one
Big
Big
Macs come
Mac?
from. What's that?
Do you think you could eat more than one Big Mac?
In a sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Like I could probably eat 5 of
Really?
them without even trying.
Holy jump! It's 5 of
Not,
them. You can eat
not and
5
then
Big Macs.
run, not and then run, but
But
yeah.
like in one sitting, you can eat 5 Big Macs. I'm like, so like, are you not drinking the pop or having the fries? Just Big Macs?
No pop and fries. Just eating Big Macs with a
Okay.
burger.
I might
I
be
mean,
able to eat
can you
2.
not down a 12-inch pizza on your own?
Oh yeah, I can do that. That's no
Well,
problem.
then you can eat more than one Big Mac, buddy. 12-inch pizza is a lot of pizza.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I could probably do that. Yeah, I
Big
could
Macs
probably
aren't
eat
what they
2.
used
I
to
think I
be.
could eat 2, but it's just all the bread. Like the bread is so. I mean, I guess pizza is all crust, so I guess
I
that's
mean,
a stupid argument.
maybe that could be our Christmas special. We'll do the
How many
show.
Big Macs?
We'll each get 5 Big Macs, and we'll just do the show while we're eating Big Macs.
Listen, we should do the 12 Big Macs of Christmas. Like we could do.
The last time I did a McDonald's challenge, I was just out of university, and we were playing poker at Mike McPhail's old place in Moncton, and it was very close to a McDonald's. And someone said something about, "I bet you can't eat 10 McDoubles." I was like, "I bet you I can eat 10 McDoubles." And I had already had supper. Like I had eaten supper, went out to play poker, and watch the football games. And so anyway, we trotted down to McDonald's, and someone bought me 10 McDoubles. We trotted back to Mike's house, and while we were playing cards, I piled. I think I ate 9 McDoubles
Wow.
in the evening, and like I honestly couldn't get the last one into me. I was going to be so sick, and I didn't end up eating 10 of them. But they were like, "Dude, I can't believe you ate 9 of those," and I was like, "That's right, boys."
That must have killed you that you couldn't eat the 10th, though.
Oh, it did.
I'm sure.
I was upset with myself the whole way home, and then I was sick when I got there.
I bet.
Yeah.
So,
Stupid,
we wonder why we have health problems.
Right?
It's just crazy the stuff that we do. So, anyways, that's something that's like a side hustle you can watch at the Bootstrap Boogie. It's like a little extra content for the race, so everyone can just watch Jeff and Adam go to it, because you have to be at the front of the line too. Like that was part of it too, right? So
Yeah, he wanted to get ahead of the bottleneck there, so I was like, "Dude, when I start the front, I might not make it to I might not be able to get ahead of that bottleneck." I said to him, or we should have like odds and run a bookie,
yeah, right.
3-1 odds over Adams 1-1, and
Yeah.
collect a little cash on this. Get Mark to be
Mark can hold the bets. It could be good. Okay, so before we get into Thanksgiving, though, I wanted to run this idea by you. I think I've got a new racing concept, okay? And I think we can call it the Fat Boy Challenge. And here's what I'm thinking. I think that we would get a designated race. It could be any course. Like maybe it could be like an additional bonus race on the Bootstrap course or whatever. Pick any spot, except for Rockwood. We don't want to do it at Rockwood. So you can. But what happens is everyone has to have the exact weight of the heaviest runner in the race. Okay, so let's say I'm
vest, for example.
That's right. Yeah. So all those fit people have to wear a weighted vest that's equal to the heaviest amount that we would carry, and then we could see like what's really going to happen. Then we could just kind of like shape up the field a little bit more. Do you think that would be a good idea? I'd be up for that. I mean, probably because I'd only have to put on like like a 1 pound weight or something like that. Yeah. Just put it in my pocket.
I mean, I don't think you'd find very many fit people signing up for that.
You don't think?
No.
What a real challenge, though. That's a real challenge. You talk about all those people who go rucking and all that sort of stuff, where they wear the weighted vest in the woods, or they have the backpack full of weights.
Yeah.
Like, this is the ultimate challenge. We could do it as something like that. Like, sell it to the, that army kind of people who are interested in rucking all the time. Like, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, you do that, you get 15 or 20 people signed up, and probably 90% of them have a stress fracture by the end of the run because they didn't train with the extra weight. So, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it might. It might.
Well, what if we gave out like donuts at the end or something like that? That would appeal to some of the heavier boned Clydesdale crowd, like that would
True.
get me there.
True.
I'd be there. But anyway,
I mean, I
just an
like the
idea.
concept. I just feel like it's a long shot to get
Fit people to
someone
sign up for that.
lined up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. But it's like guys who wear those like pregnancy contraction gimmicks or whatever. Like, why would any guy ever do that? But yet we see videos all the time of people wearing those dumb things.
I mean, it can't be that bad, really.
I mean, you can ask your wife. You're going to have full front row seats to that pretty soon here.
There's one thing I know. I've never seen a man ask to be kicked in the nuts twice, but lots of women have more than one baby. So
apparently their brain forgets how difficult it is because of the baby. So I that's like some like nature thing that they just forget how crappy this actually is to go through birthing a child, and they're just like, oh yeah, let's do it again.
I think my wife's fully aware at this point.
Yeah. I know Natalie was. She was ready.
You can feel the stress building for October 25th for our induction date.
Yeah.
I know I just made an off-color joke, but I was ladies, I was just joking.
Right.
I don't want to offend everyone with my
okay.
comment.
He sent me a winky face in the chat here, FYI, by the way.
Maybe you can edit that out, Brandon.
Yeah. What are you talking about? That's going to be real.
We are getting induced on the 25th, if not sooner. So yeah,
man, that's exciting.
This could very possibly be the last podcast before I have a baby.
And that adds another element to the bootstrap bet. Like you're going to experience some sleep deprivation, no doubt, more so than you have induced upon yourself already. Like you're probably going to be not at your peak performance.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we do have a caveat built into our bet that if Adam's injured or if I'm otherwise occupied because things aren't going super great with a what's that going to be, a 10-day-old baby at the house, then maybe the bet doesn't happen and I just donated my $85 to St. John Trail Running. Anyway, so we'll see.
I'll run it in your honor. I'll run the 9K in your honor, or the 11, whatever it is. I'm not running the full thing.
Good for you.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's get to the stuff that really counts. Let's talk about Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is like, I know we're already done Thanksgiving, but I want to take a moment and pause to celebrate and recognize and give the dues that it deserves for a wonderful time of year. Thanksgiving meals are the pinnacle of like culinary delights. Like it is the best time of year. So Geoff, if you could highlight some of the things from your Thanksgiving dinner, what are some of the highlights? Like give us the quick hits here. What are they?
I mean, the food was spectacular. I mean, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, the colors and the warmth of the sun was, at least where we were down in Evandale and even here in Fairton on Monday, like it was just beautiful weather all around. And so we went down to Hottie's parents' farm where we always go to Sunnybrook Barns, the wedding barn that they rent, and set up tables for 50 or 55 people. Oh. And there was all the turkey fixins and ham you could imagine. Two turkeys, 2 hams, all of the vegetables you could ever want. I hate peas, so I didn't have any of those, but I had the rest. Berries and beets, and pickled beets, and Ashburn pickles, and the winter salad pickles.
What's a winter salad pickle?
A winter salad pickle is more like a relish. It's like a yellow pickles called winter salad pickles, and it's more like a yellow relish.
That's an old man garnish right there.
Yeah, it's like Lady Ashburn pickles, but they're just more chunky. That's all it is. They're not as blended in, really, and a slightly different flavor. It's not as, I don't think it's as sweet as Lady Ashburn pickles either.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I had so much food. I was in so much pain, and then I had desserts, and I was like, we watched the Jays game until after midnight that night because none of us could sleep. Like we were just in so much pain.
So full. Yeah.
So full. And I sleep on my belly, so it's like I went up to go to bed and like laid on my stomach, and I was like, I can't even. I have to sleep on my back. Like, I'm sorry, everyone, and the whole camp is going to hear me snore tonight because I can't sleep on my stomach. It's so hard, rock solid food, baby. But there was like everyone brings a dessert, so there was like 15 different kinds of desserts. I had a beautiful carrot cake with my mother-in-law made lactose-free gluten-free carrot cake so that me and
Aw.
my brother-in-law Steven could have it. So lactose-free for
Nice.
me, gluten-free for him. And it was amazing. And then apple pie and just so much good food. Which is
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need to talk to a food psychologist, to be honest with you, because I have a problem. I do. We talked about this afterwards. We were like, why do we do this every Thanksgiving and feel horrible? We're going to do it again at Christmas. And then I went to my parents' house on Monday, and I did it all again. With ham and meatballs. Just, I
Man.
don't know. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have our own family turkey dinner, and then because we never get leftovers if we
Right.
don't cook our own.
That is the downside. So we
Yeah.
had leftovers tonight, but we ended up having to make it into like a turkey pot pie because there wasn't actually enough leftovers to have like turkey sandwiches or to have like a full turkey dinner. So
Yeah. So we cook our own on I think we had ours on Saturday, and then we had my parents on Sunday, and then Natalie's parents on Monday. So we had 3 like back to back to back.
amazing.
And
is it all turkey? Turkey?
yeah, man. So
No
there
ham.
was ham. There was ham
Okay.
at I smoked a ham, and
Okay.
then for ours, and then we had ham at Dan and Louise's. But I would pick turkey over ham every time, so it wasn't like a big deal. But here's the thing that changed my. There was an amazing mac and cheese at the Trites turkey dinner, which was like a out of left field kind of side dish for me, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. So. I had that.
I feel like that's a pretty good side dish for a turkey dinner,
right?
Mac and cheese,
yeah, man. Oh, so good. And it had like 3 different kinds of cheeses in it, and so it was like really, it was a good one. But
you know what you need to do? You need to make a smoked mac and cheese on your smoker.
Yeah, man.
Like smoked cheddar.
I've had that
like
before. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I got to try that. You're right. But it kept me wondering though, Geoff, if you could only have one side with your turkey dinner, what side would you pick? And that's not including like
is stuffing including in that?
Oh, yeah, that's a side.
Stuffing,
but it won't include garnishes. So it's not like your pickles. It's not your pickles or your cranberry sauce. Like that's not that. So it's just only a side.
Stuffing with onions in it.
Oh man.
Some people don't put onions in their stuffing. You got to put onions in your stuffing, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, because stuffings can kind of pass as potatoes, right? So you're good there. If you only had one side to have, it would definitely. And then you get your onions. That's a vegetable.
That's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable. So you still have some vegetables and some carbs in there, and then your protein. So I would take the stuffing over the rest of them and leave the rest if I could only have one.
This is one thing where you and I are in total agreement. Like I would just be like,
you were expecting us not to be, eh?
I was like, I thought you picked like yams or something gross like that because you like gross food. But it is like the best side. I mean, I couldn't even imagine a turkey dinner without stuffing. Like it would just be the weirdest thing in the world. But I'm with you on the onions too. Like that is essential, especially if you're going to do a homemade one. Now I can settle for stovetop, like I'll do stovetop at home, but my mom makes an original. Like that's awesome.
So. That's the great part about being at Becky and Jim's. Like they always do original like homemade stuffing.
Yeah.
My mom would end up doing stovetop, which I don't have an issue with. But if I had to choose, I would always take the homemade stuffing, right?
For sure.
But Heidi's sister always makes a sweet potato casserole that's got like maple syrup and pecans on top and brown sugar and stuff in it, and it's like it would be a really good side if there were no stuffings and you could only have one, but it's so sweet that you can only have like a little bit, because I don't know about you, but I like to save my dessert for after my turkey dinner. But when you have the sweet potato casserole with it, it's like you're having dessert mixed in with your dinner because it's very sweet. So I only ever have a little bit. I enjoy it. It tastes really good. But I only ever have a little bit, and I got to kind of pair it off with like some sour stuff like cranberry.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta keep it reasonable.
Mine, like I also have to have cranberry sauce. So like I like cranberry sauce, but I also like the cranberry sauce that comes in the can, like the one that's the jelly where it looks like the can when it comes out of the can. Like I love that. But I'll eat the chunky stuff too. I'm not I'm not picky when it comes to that, so I'll try it out. But if I had my choice, it would be give me the one with the ribs in it from the can itself, so like it's shaped like a can.
You're into a ribbed can, eh, bud?
I'm gonna like filter. I'm gonna filter the rest of my comments here because it'll get us down a road we don't want to go down.
We don't need an explicit rating.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Thanksgiving dinner. Amazing. It's gonna take me till Christmas to work off all the calories from it.
My biggest problem is now I don't think I could do a plain turkey dinner without having ham on the side, because I've had ham and turkey for so many years now at Thanksgiving, and often at Christmas, even at Huddy's parents' place, they often do both. And so like I don't know that I could be satisfied with just one. I need both now. I'm a both kind of guy.
You need that ham and the salty and the turkey, I guess. But
yeah.
the dessert, though, the dessert options were pretty good too. I'm a pumpkin pie guy. I'm a traditionalist that way. But the cranberry cake or whatever that you were talking about looked pretty good. What was that?
It's pretty awesome. That's a dish that Heidi's parents always do, usually only at Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's just like a homemade white cake with cranberries mixed in. And then they do a hot cream butter sauce. So it's basically just heavy cream, butter, and a bunch of sugar mixed together in this like butter gravy. That's the best way. It's thick, so it's like a gravy, and you pour it on your white cake, so it like soaks it all in, and then you're just like eating butter soaked cranberry bread.
It's sponge pudding.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh,
it can't be amazing. Like I don't know. I mean, the calories in it must just be astounding, but it doesn't matter. So I just actually had a piece of leftover stuff before I got on the show, and I just sat in the kitchen like just licking this plate because I wanted to get it all.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing! I got to try that one sometime.
It really is, yeah.
I'll pop in for Thanksgiving dinner and get some.
You guys, hey, listen, they opened the barn up to just about any person, so I mean, it would be tough to do the tens of people that listen to this show, but we could probably handle a few more families. If anyone has no place to be on Thanksgiving, you let me know, and we will happily have you. Absolutely.
Well, Geoff, I think we've spent enough time talking about anything but running, so maybe we should talk a little bit about running today.
Hey, we're doing like a little running sandwich today. We talked about running at the beginning, we talked about Thanksgiving, and now we're going to talk about running. Like it's good.
So this was our first time running Poley Peaks Pursuit, and I didn't quite know what I was getting into when we signed up for it, because it's only like the second year of the race itself, so as far as races go, it's pretty young. But man, it was really nice. I mean, the weather was perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for better weather. Waterford did not disappoint. Like, you're right in this amazing little valley right outside of Sussex, and you could just see the colors everywhere. Like it even had like that, when you were running through the woods, it had like that fall smell to it, right?
It did.
Like where you could smell the leaves and stuff. It was just awesome. So it was a pretty great day. Like, overall, how did you like the race itself?
Yeah. So as crazy as it sounds, for people who know where I grew up, I've actually never been to Poley Mountain. So
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that when you told me.
Like I could see the hill from my house growing up. And at nighttime you could see the lights going up the chute. Like, but I wasn't a skier. When given the option to ski or stay at home and watch the Leafs, I stayed at home, watched the Leafs, and most of my friends didn't ski. And whenever the school went up for like a ski day, like I just didn't go to school that day. And for me, that was a good trade-off. I was I don't have to go to school on a Friday, get a long weekend, like cool. So I just never went. When I used to mountain bike a fair bit, like I had biked out towards Waterford and biked past it and did some trails out that way. But because I lived in Sussex Corner, Millbrook, on the way out to the hill, but I've driven past it to go to Adair's and different places, but I've never actually like gone up the dirt road to the lodge. And so that was literally my first. Now they have a brand new, beautiful lodge there, so it wasn't like that when I was a kid, obviously. But I don't know what the old lodge even looked like, so I don't have any comparison. I just know that there's this huge, beautiful ski lodge, and I'd heard it was nice. Then when I stepped inside it, I was like, wow, this is quite the venue. So yeah, like I mean, it was a cool event because it's a tag team into what's happening on the hill already with the market and the chairlifts and bouncy castles, and it's really an event you could, if your whole family doesn't run, well, you can still bring your whole family to the day for Thanksgiving weekend because there's lots of stuff to do. You can run, and it's only really a short race for the 5K. Even you and I finished it in 40 some minutes, and the 13K, I would have been out there a lot longer.
We'll get to that in a second.
But there's stuff for your family to do. And then the barbecue afterwards. I mean, hey, I had a great time having a beer. And what did I have? 2 sausages and a hot dog or something like that? Or
two hot dogs and a sausage. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. I think I figured out why I'm a chubby runner on the way home, because I also stopped for a Snickers and a Dr. Pepper when I got gas. So I was like, geez, I ran 5K, but I ate, drank a beer and had 2 hot dogs and a sausage and a Snickers and a Dr. Pepper. Like, I've pretty much done this race in.
Yeah, right.
Calories intake versus calories burned.
No risk of a calorie deficit there, were you?
No. Anyway. But what a great race! What a great venue! I mean, I couldn't say enough awesome things about it. It was a great day.
Yeah, it really was. It was good to combine it with their Fall Fest. What I didn't get, Geoff, and I've been to Poley a number of times, I didn't understand how extensive their mountain biking trails were.
Yeah,
like I'd never gone that far past the ski trails that I normally go on, but to be able to go on those like perfect like mountain biking trails, and I get some people don't like running mountain bike trails like because they're just too hard packed or whatever, but for what we're used to, where we're constantly just banging our toes off of roots and rocks and stuff like that, it was kind of a nice change up to have something that was a little bit more flowy. Mm-hmm. And really you could just bomb down. Like we climbed up quite a bit to the top. They had a nice little aid station there, and then you could just boot it down again. And that was perfect for me. Like that's exactly what I was looking for. And it was kind of a fun event because for me, I was telling you about this, but like I got to experience something that I haven't ever experienced before. Usually I'm the one who's like looking for, someone to run with. I usually run by myself a lot of times because my pace is just in between where people are at. But this time I had a guy who was doing his first trail race. I'd never done any trail racing before. His son was like way ahead of him. He was like 10 years old, and he was just finished the race way ahead of him. And I was catching up with him, and you could tell he was just starting to struggle like we all do, towards the end of a race. And I just said, hey, listen, why don't we run these last little, kilometers together? And so we just kind of set a pace, and we're able to kind of do that together. And so that was kind of fun. And I was like, hey man, go ahead, finish ahead of me. Like have it all to yourself, like go through the gantry yourself. Like that's just a cool moment to remember. You don't want someone running in front of you or whatever. Well, anyways, I let him go ahead of me, and I go and look at the St. John trail standings for the trail series. And you're like 4 spots ahead of me now and there was 2 people in front of me because I waited to let that guy go by himself. And I was like, friggin', there's no good deed goes unpunished, right? And so I was just like, shoot. But anyway, it was great to be able to share that kind of trail with him, and so it was a rewarding thing to do. So I was glad that we were able to do it. So gave me a good perspective on it all.
Didn't it feel amazing to go to a St. John trail running event and run downhill for 2.5 kilometers straight? Like, I don't know about anyone else. The up was hard, like for sure, but it wasn't so hard that you couldn't do it because of the switchbacks and the way the trail was built. And then when you turned and went down, like in my head, I had it when I got to the top. I was like, well, this isn't actually the top because Mark never does anything where you don't have more hills to do.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole race. they say it's flat, but it's really not. There's always more hills. But then there wasn't. So like you run down and you're just like, this is so good. I actually felt like a runner again.
Right?
First time in a long time. I was like, look at me doing a pace that's actually like recognizable as a run and not a slow or a fast walk. And so, it felt really good. I was actually having a cranky week most of the week, and my family started noticing near the end of the week. My kids were like, "Dad, you seem off." I was like, "I'm fine, and don't worry about it." And then I'd try to hide it and whatever. But that was just what I needed. Like, it was such a good run and good vibes, and people were just cool. And that's why I said I'll never do one of the long runs again. I actually put it on my Strava, and I got a couple messages from people, and they were like, "Dude, you can't give up just because you did a 5K and it felt good." I was like, "Well, it did feel good." I was
Yeah,
like, "That's
right.
like the perfect race. If you're looking for an event for your family to go to, and then a 5K where it's just hard enough to make give you all the good dopamines and the good feelings, and then but not so hard that you feel like a bag of shit afterwards. Like, that's the run you want to do, because it's just hard enough to feel good, not hard enough to absolutely kill you. So I really enjoyed the 5K, and when I saw people slogging up the chute for the fourth time, I did not realize on the 13K you have to run up the hill 4 times, and you see people going up that chute just hating their life.
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'll ever do the 13K.
No, no.
I think the 5K will be a staple. Heidi and I were talking about it. Like, maybe we should put that in as like a family event for Thanksgiving next year, to all go down and have the kids run, a couple of the kids run the 5K. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think I'll ever do the 13. That did not look fun.
It was like this weird sadistic moment where I was just like enjoying so much
Yeah.
watching these people run up this massive hill and realizing, hey, I'm just eating, I'm enjoying myself. I had a great
Right?
run. I feel fantastic.
Yeah.
And just watching like people like shuffle from side to side, like they're just barely hanging on. I
Just
mean,
barely moving their feet because the hill's so
oh my
steep.
goodness, just
Yeah.
sadistic. But it
But I went
was
and changed into my, jeans and a nice flannel shirt. I had my
right.
sandals on. Didn't have any blisters, no sore toes. Like, I was in heaven, just
Yeah,
sitting there in
man.
the sunlight, basking in the sunlight, watching
Yeah,
people
it was
really
perfect.
kill themselves. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
it was perfect. So overall, I can't give this trail race enough love. Like, it was good, and it went beyond my expectations. And I think it's something that if you're on the fence about it, like it's worth it. It's worth it to get out there. I know like lots of people have plans over Thanksgiving weekend and stuff like that, but like we could have been out of there pretty quick. Like you
Yeah,
can get in and out if you wanted to, but you wouldn't want to. Like, it's just fun to hang around with all those folks, and we got a good chance to connect with some people that we haven't had a chance to see, and it was just altogether just a great run. So kudos
I mean,
to
I think even still, I was back in Fredericton at home by like 3:30. Like,
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
horrible, right? For a
So
Saturday run that starts at 11, like, it was pretty decent for sure.
yeah, great swag bag too. So
Yeah,
it was
thank you.
fantastic to get that toque and everything.
Yeah,
So it's very good. So well done. I mean, I can't think of too many things I would improve on it. Like I know some of the folks had taken some wrong turns during the 13K or whatever, but they had people at every spot, and I like someone yelled at me, "Hey, if you're 5, go this way. If you're 13, go that way." And I was like, I've never been so happy to go straight
right.
instead of having to
Especially
turn
when
up
you
and go.
looked at the size of the hill the ballistic is, and you're just like, "Oh, thank goodness I'm not doing
Woo!
that."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
5K. Awesome.
And on the way out, you can go through the market and pick up loaves of sourdough bread that are amazing. I bought three
Did you
loaves
get
of
one?
sourdough bread. I bought 3 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good
went
for
home
you.
with a whole bag. I was like, "Ooh, lemon, blueberry," and then I saw another one that was cinnamon brown sugar, and I had 2 in my hand, and then there was an urban cheese, and I was like,
Oh,
just kind of put my arms around them and walked up to the counter. And actually, it was a friend from high school and her sister that was selling them. So
yeah.
I was like, "Oh wow, it's Marie." Like, I haven't seen her in 20 years or more, probably. And so we caught up a little bit, and I bought 3 loaves of bread, and they were gone like in a day and a half. My kids love sourdough bread,
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
we just devoured it. Anyway, it's too bad they don't sell it up here in Fredericton because, well, I'd be broke, but also it's probably for the best. But yeah,
probably
it
is
was
for the
it was
best.
good. Yeah.
Well, it was a great day, and I wish. I mean, we weren't able to get here, but as of this recording, the Outdoor Film Festival is going to be going here tomorrow night. We're not going to be able to get to it, but they were on the radio today. I heard the director for Cody Cooper's film was on the radio this morning with CBC,
Cool.
and so it's a very cool thing. And so I hopefully it'll be great because I know Mark Hemmings has his videos in there, and the one with Cody in there, and I'm sure there's other great entries as well. So it's going to be a party. So
I really wish I could make
it.
Didn't have my monthly board meeting on the same night. So
yeah, but it's kind of one of those things that you can't make it to everything, but hopefully, right. Especially when we didn't realize when it was. At least I didn't. You had kind of
you didn't even know. We were standing there talking about it. You're like, oh yeah, it's in a couple weeks. I'm like, Brandon, it's on Thursday. It's not in a couple weeks, man. It's like literally 5 days away.
That one slipped by the goalie on that one. So
your ability to schedule things isn't exactly
always the greatest. It's not always the greatest.
It's not great. Hey, did you know that you're gonna like shoot through the rankings of the St. John Trail Running Series events when you run Bootstrap?
Yeah? Will I?
Yeah, because you're gonna have 4 races and get 75 bonus points.
Nice. Right.
As long as you finish the 9K. If you don't finish your race, you don't get a tick mark for being in the race. But we both have 3 races right now because neither of us.
We're in them, right? Like we're in it.
Neither of us got a check mark for Rockwood because we didn't. We both DNF technically, and so you have to have 4 races to get 75 bonus points and 5 races to get 150 bonus points. So
oh man, so
we're gonna get one of the consistency bonuses. So we're just gonna go from low 60s to like right up there.
Low 50s. It's going to be...
We're going to go from low 60s to high 50s. You leave...
Yeah, baby! Woo! Yeah. I wonder if there's no prize for mid-50s. I don't
Middle of the pack, baby.
That's right. I mean, we're more than middle of the pack now. I think we're probably moving up towards the front half, but that just shows that consistency pays off, man. But
that's right. You can't
going at her.
Get a lot of points if you only do 1 race, but you still finish below us, so we get to take that in our belt.
That's right. Exactly. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. But anyways, everyone, thanks so much for listening to us rant and banter, and hopefully you found some entertainment out of that when you were running up a hill or something like that. Think of us and just realize how much we have to carry up the hill, and you'll feel lighter, right? So we'll keep your eyes open for the Fat Boy Challenge. We'll see if we can get some momentum there. Looking for sponsors, collecting sponsors right now. So we'll see if we can get that off the ground. But in the meantime, everyone, keep on chasing the trail.